And the big breaking news that's coming in right now, the IMA, the Indian Medical Association, has suspended Dr. Sandip Ghosh's membership. Dr. Sandip Ghosh, the former principal of RG Hospital, is currently under investigation for an attempted cover-up of the Abhaya rape and murder that took place under his leadership in the RG Hospital and for allegations of corruption. Sources telling us here on India Today that Dr. Sandip Ghosh has been suspended in light of what happened at the RG Hospital and questions over what exactly his role was in attempting to cover up the crime. And since, of course, details have come out of the kind of rackets that he ran in the hospital premises. Milind Sharma is joining us live with more details on this. Milind, much did a crackdown on Dr. Sandip Ghosh, the IMA taking this step, seemingly finding him guilty of going ahead and resorting to practices that no doctor really does.
Well, Akshita, definitely, because the IMA, along with other national medical organizations, actually feel that his role and involvement, which is currently being investigated in the whole matter, has brought disrepute to the entire medical community.
Milind, my apologies. I'm just going to come back to you. Joining us now on the phone lines is Dr. R.V. Ashokan, who is the chief of the Indian Medical Association. Dr. Ashokan, we're just putting out the news break that the IMA has gone ahead and suspended Dr. Sandip Ghosh. Do you then find him guilty, Doctor, of indulging in unethical practices?
Well, the disciplinary committee met today afternoon and considers the fact that the victim's parents had spoken to myself and my Secretary General regarding the way that they were handled after the crime had happened. And the insensitivity and the indifference with which that situation was handled, not befitting a medical professional. And then few of the medical associations, including our own Bengal state branch, has written to us that this conduct has been brought the whole of medical profession into disrepute. So these are the grounds on which we have suspended. It doesn't, the discussions and the matter that is before us is not involvement in a crime or not. That will be the duty of the statutory authorities, the police, the judiciary, and as and when they complete the process, again it will come back for our consideration for whatever they decide.
Dr. Ashokan, you did tell us just a few moments ago that the family of Abhaya's parents spoke to you, sir. What was their communication to you? Did they believe that Dr. Ghosh is guilty, that he attempted to cover up soon after their daughter died in that brutal manner in the hospital?
We had visited them in their house, and they orally communicated to them that the way that things are delayed. And then, they were informed that it was a suicide. Then obviously, for a doctor, it was adequate to understand it was more than that. And also, they requested an audience again. And considering the situation, which should have been, we should have gone out of the way to address their grievance. He did not meet them even after 3.5 hours of waiting.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, he never met them after that.
That's right. That's something that the parents have also told us. Thank you, Dr. Ashokan, for joining us here on India Today and confirming for us that the Indian Medical Association has now taken disciplinary action against Dr. Sandip Ghosh, going ahead and suspending him from their membership. More breaking news that's coming in right now. Let's cut across to that. Mamata Banerjee now, in a series of comments, has warned that if Bengal burns, other states too will burn. Mamata has said that the Bengal unrest will spread to other states. And this has triggered a big political showdown on the day that the BJP organized a Bandh in Bengal. Mamata Banerjee has warned that if anything happens in Bengal, it will spread to other states as well. And she says UP, Assam, Bihar, all of them will burn too. The BJP, in response, has now shot off a letter to Home Minister Amit Shah accusing the Bengal Chief Minister of inciting violence and demanding action by the central government. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has also reacted on this, saying Mamta is threatening the nation, responding to the fact that Mamta said Assam too will burn. Let's play out for you what the Chief Minister said.
কেউ কেউ মনে করছেন এটা বাংলাদেশ, আমি বাংলাদেশকে ভালোবাসি, ওরা আমাদের মতো কথা বলে, ওদের সংস্কৃতি আমাদের সংস্কৃতি এক। কিন্তু মনে রাখবেন বাংলাদেশ একটা আলাদা রাষ্ট্র, ভারতবর্ষ একটা আলাদা রাষ্ট্র। মোদি বাবু আপনার পার্টিকে দিয়ে আগুন লাগাচ্ছেন, মনে রাখবেন বাংলায় যদি আগুন লাগান আসামও থেমে থাকবে না, নর্থ ইস্টও থেমে থাকবে না, উত্তরপ্রদেশও থেমে থাকবে না, বিহারও থেমে থাকবে না, ঝাড়খণ্ড থেমে থাকবে না, উড়িষ্যাও থেমে থাকবে না, আর দিল্লিও থেমে থাকবে না। আপনার চেয়ারটা আমরা টলমল করে দেবো।
All right, let's bring in Suryagni Roy on this broadcast. Suryagni, controversial comment by Mamta and seemingly a warning when she says that, if Bengal burns, other states will burn too. The BJP, we understand, is now short of a letter to the central government on this.
Well, that's the latest development in this particular incident as of now. Akshita, state BJP president, that is Shukanto Mazumdar, who's also a union minister, he has shot a letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah on the comments made by West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. In this letter, what he's alleged is that Mamata Banerjee is inciting violence, she's creating division, and it is something that is not really, it should be done by any elected representative, especially a chief minister of a state. This is, it's been done by the BJP. The BJP has shot this letter, as you mentioned right now. And amidst the Arjikar protest controversy, wherein the Trinamool has been very, very, equivocal, and Mamata Banerjee has time and again stated that the politicization of this particular case is being done by the BJP, and she's blamed the BJP for the politicization of this case, and also this, the slow progress of the investigation by the CBI. We heard Mamata Banerjee today. Post that,
all right, Suryagni, thanks very much for those details. I'll get in a reaction now from the BJP. We've got Agnimitra Paul, General Secretary of the West Bengal BJP unit and MLA, joining us on this broadcast. Ma'am, what's your response to Mamata Banerjee saying that if violence breaks out in Bengal, if Bengal burns, so will UP, Assam, Bihar and all other neighbouring states?
It's very unfortunate that, a chief minister of India, and that too of West Bengal, the state of Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, is talking in those inciting the public and trying to create a law and order problem. Anyways, there is no law and order in the state. And actually, she is in a real pressure, She had tried her best to suppress this case and show it as a suicide. She and her people, her police, her ex-principal, they all tried to, confuse the people and suppress this case. But alas, the Honorable Court has given it to the CBI, and she has been exposed. And now she is saying the same dialogue, which she had said, before Lok Sabha election also, that she had said that I want a change, I don't want revenge. Badla noy, bodol chai. That means I don't want revenge, I want a change. But today she said that that was my, I made a wrong decision. So that means she wanted to say that this time, time has come to take revenge. So it's very unfortunate. And we very much understand, the kind of pressure that's on her. From the 14th night, the way the people of Bengal has come on the streets, protested, everybody, from senior citizens to little children, they are on the road protesting. And again, yesterday, the kind of protest we saw from the students' organization, completely non-political.
No, but you talk about the
Mamata
protest that
Banerjee
happened
has
yesterday.
understood that
You're saying, ma'am, it's
her
completely
foundation,
non-political. The Trinamool
people-
Congress maintains that it was 100% political, what happened yesterday, and of course today, the bandh that's been called by your party. Violence, yes, and Mamta's comment saying that violence will spread to other states is condemnable. But violence in Bengal is also very much condemnable. And do political parties entering into this protest lead to that threat of violence really spreading unnecessarily?
See, yesterday's protest was completely apolitical. It was done by a students' organization, and BJP had given their support legally and for any medical help. Of course, today's bandh has been called for yesterday's torture of Mamta's police, the way they have tortured in spite of Honorable Supreme Court's order that they can't take any kind of action, these kind of strict action on the protesters, which is regarding RG Kaur case. Mamata Banerjee pays no heed, no importance to Supreme Court order. And yesterday we saw Kolkata police. They have sprayed water cannons, tear gas shells, and even rubber bullets. 132 people have been arrested.
But there were also images. There were also
injured.
images of policemen injured. That's equally condemnable too. Of
See,
policemen injured in this protest.
We have pictures where police has been picking up stones, huge big boulders, and throwing it at the protesters. The protesters didn't even have a single lathi, leave alone any pistol or any kind of firearms. They didn't have a lathi. So if the police can show us that the protesters were armed, we would change our, we would ask for
They've released pictures, Agnimitra Paul. They've released pictures of protesters with bricks in their hand. They've released pictures of protesters with bricks in their hand, saying they're attacking police officials.
The protesters were unarmed, but suddenly, there were doctors. There were doctors in the aid. There were nurses. There were elderly people, and they said that all of a sudden they started spraying this water cannon. And it was not plain water. There was some chemical mixed to it. We every other day we have protests. We know what a tear gas shell is. But yesterday's one was terrible. We were all almost like choked to death. So it was very, very pre-planned. And they wanted to put the blame on BJP, but nowhere, other than giving support from outside. We were nowhere in the protest. No, not a single leader was there. But yes, today we have called for a 12-hour bandh. And our protest will be on. If Mamata Banerjee thinks then that she can, make a fool of the people of Bengal, like always, like she has done. She's talking about fast track court. Today also she said, I want, the culprit to be hanged. Even, in 2013, when Kamduni rape happened, on 17th of June 2013, Mamata Banerjee said the same dialogue. In 15 days, I will prepare the charge sheet, and in a month's time, the case will be.
Sure. You very much, justice, the BJP as the opposition has very much a right to stage a protest. My question, however, is on why you decided to call for a bandh. The BJP in other states has questioned this model of protest, saying it's disruptionist, it affects normal life, it affects the common man, and yet you've brought in a bandh call here. Is this disruptionist politics? Are political parties hijacking what was originally a student movement, Agnimitra Paul? What's your response to that?
We never called for a bandh. We all these years, you never see BJP calling for a bandh. But today's bandh was different. We were there on the road. And we were with folded hands. We asked the people, the people in the car or in the buses, that we would request you, not to take out your cars, not to take out the buses today. We would request you, because what has happened to Abhaya, what has happened to the protesters yesterday, it can happen to your daughter, to your mother, to your sister. We are not like the other political parties, especially TMC and left, who we used to see during months. Buses were put on fire. There was massive rampage. We never did that. We asked with folded hands, please support our bandh. Not a single leader you will see that, we are forcing the people, the common man of West Bengal. And they said, on their will, they were more than happy to do that. They said, yes, we are with you, we support you. So that is the difference, between any other political party's bandh and today's bandh. It was, completely, we say, from your heart, we never forced anyone. So people of Bengal,
the BJP, Agnimitra Paul, and you joined me a couple of days ago when you questioned also the Kolkata police in the investigation. The Trinamool Congress today says that the CBI has been handed over the investigation at least a week ago. Not a single arrest has been made by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Isn't that proof that the Kolkata police acted on time and ensured that the main accused was put behind bars, that Sanjay Roy was immediately nabbed? So they're saying that that's an indication, the fact that the CBI hasn't done anything yet, hasn't arrested anyone, it's an indication that the Kolkata police did nab the right guy and took the right steps.
Not at all. Maybe Sanjay Roy is one of the culprits. But it's a gang rape, the way Abhaya's body had been found, the way she has been tortured, and the way the Kolkata police tried to suppress this case. It's clear. It's absolutely clear as a crystal that, Kolkata police under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee tried to suppress this case. You tell me why the ex-principal of RG Kaur, Dr. Sandip Ghosh, why on hell did he come and say that it's a case of suicide? Why did he say that it's a case of psychosis? When you see the body is half naked, it's completely brutally tortured from the head to the toe, bleeding eyes, bleeding lips, bleeding private parts. And the principal, who is the guardian of the college, he's coming and telling you that it's a case of psychosis. Some other hospital staff administrator, he said, it's a case of suicide. Why? I'm questioning you. Why? 14 hours had passed and the hospital
these are questions, yes, but my point is that we haven't received any answers. We haven't received any answers from the CBI. One. Secondly, the CBI has clearly at this point told us through sources that this is not a gang rape. This looks to be a case of rape. And there are questions, of course, about the conspiracy cover-up that you've raised. Hopefully we'll get answers on that from the Central Bureau of Investigation. We haven't yet. And that is the only limited point I was making.
What will CBI do if all the evidences have been completely tampered? Why did Mamata Banerjee say that I am taking time till Sunday, the 17th of August? Why? If the same thing happened to her family, would she have taken time? She took time because more than 50% of the evidence have been tampered, and the little bit left that would have been, destroyed till Sunday. So
you're saying this was clearly a cover-up by the Trinamool Congress. You're saying this was clearly an attempt by Mamata Banerjee to hide. Agnimitra Paul, I've run out of time. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us here on India Today and sharing your views. So you've heard from the BJP right now on why they felt the need to call for this strike, call for this bandh. Like I said, disruptionist politics that you see across the country over every single issue of political parties, where conveniently when in opposition they'll call a bandh, and when in power oppose the exact same kind of politics. That's what we've seen over the last 24 hours in Bengal as well. Let's get you details in our next report of what was the impact of this 12-hour bandh and how the Trinamool Congress has now accused the BJP of attempting to spread violence in Bengal.
Bengal is sleepless ever since a daughter of the state was raped and killed. The BJP upped the heat on Wednesday, staging a big protest and calling a 12-hour-long bandh against the Mamata government and Kolkata police. Anger rising against police action against student protests on Tuesday. Street fury erupted as BJP workers marched on the streets, blocked roads, disrupted train routes and burnt tires. BJP workers clashed with the police, who responded with a lathi charge. Hundreds of BJP workers, including top state leadership, were detained after the breaking of barricades.
ये विचार नहीं देंगे तब तक हम लोग रास्ते के ऊपर खड़े होंगे जितना भी आप लोग पुलिस पुलिस नहीं है तृणमूल का पार्टी ऑफिस में जा रहे हैं
BJP workers sat on railway tracks and stopped trains across Bengal. The police lathi charged BJP workers at multiple stations to clear the tracks.
बीजेपी के समर्थक जो है वो बंद इंपोज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और कोलकाता पुलिस के जो अफसर हैं वो उनको उठा के अब इस तरह से डिटेन कर रहे हैं. देखिए किस तरह से बीजेपी के समर्थकों को अब डिटेन किया जा रहा है.
In Kolkata's Bhatpara, a BJP neta was dramatically shot at. The shocking attack caught on camera saw the assailant firing at the car of BJP leader Priyangu Pandey and the bullet shattering the windshield and hitting his driver. At least 6 rounds are said to have been fired at the BJP politician.
जैसे ही हमारी गाड़ी रुकती है वैसे ही हमारे गाड़ियों पे लगभग 50 से 60 लोग आकर के बम चलाना शुरू करते हैं. हमारे फ्रंट के जो है सिर्फ कांच पे 3 गोलियां चलाई गई. एक गोली हमारे ड्राइवर को सर को टच करके निकला है. एक गोली जो है हमारे ठीक पीछे बैठे हुए हमारे सहकर्मी हैं रवि सिंह जी, उनको लगा है. वो अभी कलकत्ता में बेसरकारी अस्पताल में बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट पोजीशन में है.
Amidst a big showdown, Mamata Banerjee has slammed the BJP, calling the ongoing protests nothing but a party conspiracy.
আজকে বন্ধ রেখে দিয়েছে বিজেপি জেনে শুনে, কারণ ওদের ডেড বডি চাই. আমরা শান্তি চাই, আমরা বিচার চাই, আমরা দোষী ব্যক্তির শাস্তি চাই, ফাঁসি চাই. আর ওরা দোষী ব্যক্তি যাতে ফাঁসি না হয়, বিচারের বাণী যাতে নীরবে নিভৃতে কাঁদে, ওরা কিন্তু আন্দোলনটাকে জল ঢেলে দিয়ে আসল আন্দোলন থেকে চক্রান্তের খেলায় নেমেছে.
BJP netas in turn have branded Mamata Banerjee as Hitler and attacked her for inaction in the rape and murder case.
हिटलर के बाद कोई तानाशाह हुआ है तो ममता जी है. वहाँ पर पुलिस, असामाजिक तत्व और राजनेताओं का एक नेक्सस काम कर रहा है और वहाँ के मुख्यमंत्री अपराधियों के साथ है. तो ऐसे मुख्यमंत्री को कुर्सी पे बने रहने का कोई अधिकार.
After political and student protests on Tuesday, Bengal saw day 2 of the street fury. The question is, when will Abhaya get justice? Remember, the investigation is with the CBI. With Shreya Chatterjee, Suryagni Roy, Indrajit Kundu and Ritik Mondal in Kolkata. Bureau Report, India Today.
Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee spoke out today in fact, Bengal over the massive Bandh call by the BJP, accusing them of playing politics over the rape and murder of Abhaya. She's even said that the BJP wants to see dead bodies on the streets of Bengal. Here are some highlights of what the CM said.
আজকে বন্ধ রেখে দিয়েছে বিজেপি জেনে শুনে, কারণ ওদের ডেড বডি চাই. আমরা শান্তি চাই, আমরা বিচার চাই, আমরা দোষী ব্যক্তির শাস্তি চাই, ফাঁসি চাই. আর ওরা দোষী ব্যক্তি যাতে ফাঁসি না হয়, বিচারের বাণী যাতে নীরবে নিভৃতে কাঁদে, ওরা কিন্তু আন্দোলনটাকে জল ঢেলে দিয়ে আসল আন্দোলন থেকে চক্রান্তের খেলায় নেমেছে, বাংলাকে বদনাম করার খেলায় নেমেছে. আমি তাদের ধিক্কার জানাই. আমি এখনো বলি রাজ্যের হাতে পাওয়ার নেই. রাজ্যের হাতে পাওয়ার থাকলে আমি 7 দিনে করে দেবো. যারা ধর্ষণ করবে তাদের একমাত্র শাস্তি ফাঁসি, 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 আর কিছু নয়. এই একটা কাজ করলে মনে রাখবেন সব ঠান্ডা হয়ে যাবে. যারা দুর্বৃত্ত তারা ঠান্ডা হয়ে যাবে. আমরাও ছাত্র রাজনীতি করেছি. আমরা বন্ধের রাজনীতি বিশ্বাস করি না. কিসের বন্ধ? কাকে নিয়ে বন্ধ? বন্ধ করলে যাও আগে প্রধানমন্ত্রী নরেন্দ্র মোদীর বিরুদ্ধে বন্ধ করো, যিনি আজ পর্যন্ত শুধু এজেন্সি লাগিয়ে মানুষের উপর অত্যাচার করা ছাড়া উত্তরপ্রদেশের ঘটনায় পদত্যাগ করেনি, রাজস্থানের ঘটনায় পদত্যাগ করেনি, আসামের ঘটনায় পদত্যাগ করেনি, মধ্যপ্রদেশের ঘটনায় পদত্যাগ করেনি, এমনকি মণিপুরের পরিবারগুলোর কাছে ছুটে যায়নি। আর আসামে তো এনকাউন্টার করে মেরে দেওয়া হলো। আজকেও পুলিশকে মারা হয়েছে এবং শুধু তাই নয়, রেলের সিগন্যাল ইচ্ছা করে দেরি করে দেওয়া হয়েছে। কারণ এখানে রেল বলুন, সিবিআই বলুন, ইডি বলুন, ইনসাফ বলুন, সবকিছু বিজেপি করে, বিজেপি চালায়। আমি কোনোদিন এরকম কেন্দ্রীয় সরকার দেখিনি যে দল নির্ভর দলদাস, বিজেপি পার্টি একটা দলদাসের সরকার, এদের মতো নির্লজ্জ।
Let's get you the latest updates also. As promised, the investigation by the CBI into the Abhaya rape and murder case. The marathon grilling of former Principal Sandip Ghosh continues. Also, besides that, another very, very important aspect of the investigation is into the aid of the main accused, Sanjay Roy. His cop aide, Anup Gupta, and ASI. The CBI grilled Datta and also conducted a polygraph test. We've got details also on exactly why the CBI is now focusing the investigation on this ASI.
The investigation into the brutal rape and murder of a trainee doctor at the RG Kar Hospital in Kolkata has taken another turn. The CBI on Wednesday conducted a polygraph test on Assistant Sub-Inspector Anup Datta, who was allegedly close to suspect Sanjay Roy. India Today has obtained a photo showing Datta standing beside Sanjay Roy. Roy allegedly stayed at Datta's house after committing the heinous crime against Abhaya. Earlier, it was revealed that the bike used by Roy on the night of the rape and murder was registered under the Commissioner of Police's office. The Kolkata police clarified that all their vehicles are registered in the Commissioner's name. Meanwhile, Abhaya's parents have made serious allegations, claiming the crime scene was tampered with.
আমাদের মনে হচ্ছে পুরো ওখানে কেসটা ঘটানোই হয়নি, পুরো সবকিছু সিরিয়ালের মতো সাজিয়ে গুছিয়ে আমাদের দেখানো হয়েছে।
এটা কি কোনো পরিকল্পনা?
আমাদের মনে হচ্ছে, এতদিন হয়ে গেল কেউ ধরা পড়ছে না, তাই মনে হচ্ছে এটা পরিকল্পনা মাফিকই হয়েছে।
The CBI had conducted a lie detector test on Dr. Sandip Ghosh, the former principal of RG Kar Hospital, on Tuesday. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has questioned the progress in the CBI investigation.
আমি এখনো বলি রাজ্যের হাতে পাওয়ার নেই, রাজ্যের হাতে পাওয়ার থাকলে আমি 7 দিনে করে দেবো। যারা ধর্ষক করবে তাদের একমাত্র শাস্তি ফাঁসি, 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 আর কিছু নয়।
The Chief Minister demanded a new law to deal with rape cases.
আমি নেক্সট উইকে অ্যাসেম্বলি কল করব বিধানসভা স্পিকারকে বলে, এবং আমরা ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল অ্যাসেম্বলি থেকে আগামী 10 দিনের মধ্যে ফাঁসির ধর্ষকের ফাঁসি চাই এই বিল আমরা পাস করে রাজ্যপালের কাছে পাঠাবো।
With each passing day, the demand for justice for Abhaya is growing louder. With Suryagni Roy in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.